Say Goodnight, Gracie had its first performance last night with 2 more shows later today. The show honors the comedic legend George Burns, and this week I sat down with the show's actor. Well, this morning I'm here with a very special actor. He just came into Lubbock, and this is Safier, and you are about to take on a pretty big role, a one-man band solo performance show with Say Goodnight, Gracie.
Yeah, this is my first time in Lubbock, although it's not my first time in Texas.
Welcome.
I'm very happy to say. But I've been wanting to come here for a long time, and yeah, it's, you know, I'm out there for an hour and 40 minutes all by myself, and it's great. It's for me, it's actor heaven, you know?
Absolutely.
Now, half of the actors that I talk to say, oh, I could never do that. But to me, it seems like it's, you know, it's the ultimate. It's nirvana.
And I think there's a challenge because a lot of audience members would say, you know, I could never be entertained for an hour and 40 minutes by one person. But, I mean, I've seen clips, and it is definitely entertaining.
Well, this one person is, you know, one of the greatest comedians, personalities, actors of all time, George Burns. So being entertained by him, I could probably be entertained by him for about 4 or 5 hours at a time. But you know, the audience is really, you know, I feel them, and they're there, they're laughing, they're crying. You know, it's the story of a real person's 100-year-long life. So you have a lot, and he's a comedian, so you have a lot of ups but you have downs too, as you do with any human life. So
what is the biggest challenge to take on? You know, I mean, that's a lot of lines, that's a lot of commitment.
Well, you know, the lines, I don't know. I'm blessed that I can learn lines quickly. I learned this show in 7 days.
Wow.
And I had 2 weeks to learn it. So the second week of rehearsal was just polishing things. But I think for me, what my challenge is, what I set out I wanted to do was, I wanted to make the audience forget that it's Alan and have them really believe that it's George. And the greatest compliment that I've been hearing over and over for the past 7 years is that after 5 minutes, I thought it was really him. One day I was doing, I remember this, a matinee performance, and I came down to do my bow, and an older man in the first row stood up, leaned across the proscenium, and shook my hand and said, "Thank you, George, for a wonderful afternoon." And that was, like, to me, that was the greatest compliment I could ever get.
That's a neat moment, for sure, especially as an actor.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part about the show?
I think my favorite part is there's a lot of great stories that I tell about George Burns with Jack Benny. They're very, very funny, and those are my favorites because I can sort of, you know, tell you as a storyteller does, kind of stretch it out and milk it, and you know, and savor the joke, and know that the punchline is going to be so great that the audience is just going to, the audience just goes crazy.
Awesome.
So I look forward to that.
Well, I know our audiences here in Lubbock are certainly excited for that, and you've got performances tonight, throughout the weekend. I think we've got some info to throw up on your screen there. Tickets are on sale with Select a Seat, and this, of course, is at the Lubbock Civic Center Theater. Yeah,
beautiful.
Tonight.
Oh, what a beautiful. I was just over there this morning. Gorgeous. Wow, and those seats look really comfortable.
Very cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, perfect. And those performances are at
2 o'clock matinee on Saturday. 7:30 tonight.
Perfect. Thanks so much for being with us, Alan.
Thanks, Taylor.